everyone! Oh, I can't see my face. So hi. So they're my teammates.
A few moments later.
Okay, this is a nice lighting here. Okay, so without wasting any time, I would like to continue with my personal opinion regarding this pandemic issue, specifically in terms of mass media and communications in America per se. So we all know that Americans have the individualism idea in which they have freedom of speech, freedom of media, where they can just publish anything they want on the media and just spread any informations without thinking any further consequences, because there's technically no authorities that are going to take actions on what they did. So I think due to that, that's the reason why misinformation spread like wildfire. Furthermore, this misinformation has caused the recovery process being slowed down, or even worse, it gets harder day by day. So I think one of the many things that can be done by the Americans is that they should draw a line or like create a boundary in which like they have to know when to use the individualism card. It's not like everything in this world revolves around them. In this case, for a pandemic issue per se, you can't fight this alone, so you have to work with others. Don't interfere with the public health organization to break this chain of spreading more and even more cases and eventually get to live as normal as before. So yeah, thank you.
So I'm just gonna get straight to the point here. There was one point that actually amazed me from South Korea, how the South Koreans actually handled the pandemic, which was the change of the law where the Koreans have to expose their personal information of their locations, of everywhere they went during the pandemic. I'm very amazed by the fact that their willingness to actually expose the private information, because not everyone is willing to expose something like that, you know? During further research of it, when I look into more videos about COVID-19, how South Korea handled COVID-19, I actually found out that their culture, or like it's their rationale to actually accept those kind of laws, because their health, like the public health, is actually more important and is their main priority compared to their personal information. So it's like a culture there to willing to expose their personal information of their locations in order to protect the country, in order to help the country to manage to fight COVID-19. Doesn't it sound amazing how they cooperate so well that it becomes a culture for them to actually work together and fight a pandemic? And that's why we see South Korea right now being a successful country in handling COVID-19, because they handled COVID-19 without any lockdowns, and that's really, really amazing compared to other countries such as New Zealand, Malaysia. We handled COVID-19 because of lockdowns, but South Korea, they have no lockdowns, but instead they managed to fight COVID-19 very, very well.
So, based on what they have talked about, we can really see that New Zealand has a really nice and good portrayal from the media in terms of their COVID-19 cases and how their government is managing them. And for the country itself, it's really good because they are receiving the recognition that they deserve. And for the media, I guess they really did a really, really good job of like really just showing what New Zealand has done in terms of managing this pandemic, and good job to them. And what I was really interested about, another thing, was how Jacinda Ardern was, I would say, indirectly involved with the media, because she is responsible of sharing the facts and like daily news of how the country is going, like how many recovered cases or how much progress that they have made. And she did that through Facebook Live or IG Live. If I'm not mistaken, I've watched snippets of the video, and it was really interesting because I do believe that she's one of the fewest leaders in the world to do such thing in terms of like sharing information through media, through such modern platforms such as Facebook or Instagram. Probably because she's young, but at the same time, her use of media is really effective because it reaches a wider range of audiences. Because when you think about it, that is social media, and like nowadays in 2020, who doesn't use social media, right? So it's definitely more effective, and I think her way of doing it is really, really smart. Good job to her. I mean, she is able to also not only convince and share news to her citizens, she is able to also inspire the world. So yeah, media in New Zealand, top notch, 100%, everything's good.
So today I will give a short response because I just watched my friend's video their works in Malaysia during the pandemic of COVID-19. The Ministry of Health Malaysia had scheduled a compulsory live report on the television on latest COVID-19 cases every day to keep the Malaysia citizens well updated. So this is an amazing way because Malaysian government want people to keep updated on the cases every day. Malaysian government also created a slogan of hashtag stay at home and hashtag kita jaga kita. This slogan helped to create awareness among Malaysian citizens. Yeah. We must stay alert. Malaysian government took further stern action towards those who spread fake news or report regarding COVID-19 cases through social media platform. Yeah, even though the United Nations criticized Malaysian actions because they said that Malaysian government had breaking the human right of freedom of speech. Yeah, but I think this is a good way because it's controlling the spread of misinformation in Malaysia during the pandemic.
Hi everyone, well you heard the news about the Al Jazeera claiming that the Malaysia government had done a bad job in tackling and in handling those illegal immigrant workers during this lockdown period, right? Well, that's how media works. They only broadcast news that has been crafted on the surface only, not going into details on what are the processes of the government that has been done towards those illegal immigrant workers, because we as Malaysia, we know what the government had done towards those foreign workers. They have been given free treatment, they have been given free diagnosis tests of COVID-19, and also they have been given free daily care such as food, place for them to rest, place for them to get treatment, and also place for them to get further medication regarding this COVID-19, right? My honest opinion, some might say that the government did a really bad job. Why? Because number one, I would say they don't investigate into further details regarding the process of government handling those illegal foreign workers, and number two, they only trust the news that have been broadcasted by Al Jazeera, I would say a big media, and this is one of the problems of big media because when they spread fake news, people will start to believe them. In my opinion, my honest opinion, I would say that Malaysia government did a really good job in handling those illegal foreign workers, and what Al Jazeera said in the news are a total contradict with what Malaysia had done to their foreign workers, because Malaysia did a really great job in tackling the problems of illegal foreign workers because they are one of the communities that have the highest risk of spreading COVID-19 to the Malaysians and also other people that stay in this country. Well, it's up to you to believe it or not, but for me, Al Jazeera is doing a really bad job spreading the fake news and also accusing Malaysia for not handling those foreign workers well.
Yeah, so good job guys, good job Malaysian government. I love you. I'm proud to be Malaysian. Bye bye.
Montage.
Hi. Okay.
One semester later.
Wait, pihak tak tengah jawab apa? Irresponsible parties.
Okay, so let's move on to the first point.
And then
5 minutes later.
for
If I'm not, like her
it's getting hard.
Daily
1 minute 37 seconds later.
By sheer coincidence,
Ajira
the next day.